Oh, you're right. Thank you. What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla 101 here yet again. And for those of you who tuned into my warm-up live stream, know that my dog has given birth, and she's currently has 6 boy puppies, and 6 male puppies. And so I'm down here in the basement in my brother's room. That's what this whole thing is. I just want to be here in case she gives birth to another one. I can go over there and enjoy the experience. So I'm going to keep my voice kind of quiet. But I do want to share with you guys this stream, nonetheless. So I don't have anybody in just yet. We're just kind of like warming up, letting people flood in real quick. Just a little bit of a warm-up phase. Obviously, the stream technically should start at 5 or at the next hour mark, but we're starting it a little bit early just to get people flooding in. Today we are doing a scheduled thing again. Hello, Fiasco Spino. Thank you for joining. So our schedule for today is we're going to first off let everybody flood in. Then we're going to do a progress report. Then we're going to do a little discussion on the new teasers that came out today on Mesozoic Isle. Hey, with Star Wars Jabaro, what's up, man? Long time no see. And then we're going to move into some announcements for some collaborations that are happening for Mesozoic Isle. And then we're just going to go back into the Q&A as regular. I know a couple people already have some questions ready for today. They've told me about it, so hopefully this will be a pretty good Q&A. And obviously some people are spying on me, like you saw behind me. So, yes, you did see them. So, we have 3 people in here. Still no likes. Pretty good record. Let's just go ahead and hopefully some more people will come in pretty soon, and then we can actually get this started. Teasers, I mean, oh, you saw the teasers. What did you think? They're a little bit more lore-based for you. Thank you for the first like, whoever that was. I very much appreciate the like. What did you think of the teasers? They were cool? Cool. What's up, Dino Man? Nice to see you here. Coco, you spelled Coco wrong. It's K-O-K-O. Nice to see you in here. We have some more people in now. We have 5 people. Awesome. So yes, now that we're kind of getting some people rolling in, we can hopefully start really soon. Like I said a couple minutes ago, our schedule for today is we're just going to kind of let some people run in, and then we're going to do a progress report on Mesozoic Isle. Then we are going to do a discussion on the new teasers that came out. If you guys have not seen those or do not know anything about them yet, go check them out. They're on the Facebook page, the Instagram page, the Twitter page, and the Dino Nation Discord channel or server. They're in all those places. You can see them pretty much anywhere. And we will be doing some theories. I think there's some pretty cool speculation that you can make with this information, this like lore-based information that we got finally on Mesozoic Isle. It's pretty exciting. And I have a whole bunch more stuff planned for next Saturday, which is next Saturday's stuff is going to be very similar to this Saturday's, but it's going to be a lot more, and it's going to be a lot more specific to animals. But this is a general vocabulary release this weekend. I was not expecting vocabulary. Yes, you got a little school lesson today. I meant coke. Okay. Those teasers were sweet. Thank you. I have to leave early. I'll be sure to watch the teasers. They're not watchable. They're pictures, but yeah. Does it mean that 2 different species like Rex and Spino could have a kid? No. As in species. We're talking species, not genus. Species are under the same genus. So something you'll learn is that no, you won't find any dinosaurs on the island that are going to have their normal names, like Tyrannosaurus rex, Tyrannosaurus being the genus, the species being Rex. The species does not exist on Mesozoic Isle because all of the animals are synthetic and are technically not the same animals that lived back in prehistory. So they all have different species names, completely different. So Tyrannus holly doesn't exist either. There's a separate name for that. I'm going to ignore what Cesar just said. I was going to make a review for it. Make a review for what? I'll search in Twitter then. Yes. All the links to all those different social medias are in the description for pretty much all of my videos, except this one, because I'm on the phone, so I didn't really get to put anything in the description. They're in all of my videos and down there, and also in the About section on my channel page, and on the banner of my channel page, there's all the little links there. My sister runs the social media of Mesozoic Isle, so she runs Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. She's my social media manager, and then we have Discord, which I also share stuff on. Teasers. That makes sense. I am going to try to not call Tyrannosaurus T-Rex in Yacht Island because T-Rex is extinct. Yeah. Albert, I should complete what I said. And what? Safe word, the teasers. Albert, I don't know what you're trying to say. But Tyrannosaurus is not extinct. Gotcha. So Tyrannosaurus as a genus is not extinct in Yukon Island? Gotcha. So we are 4 minutes away from the official start of this Mesozoic Isle stream, and like I said before, we will start off with a progress report, then we will move into a discussion of the new teasers, and then we will move into an announcement section, and then finally the Q&A. I'll leave it open for the Q&A for the end of the stream. This may be a little bit shorter because, like I said, my dog is giving birth and may still do it again. Sorry, autocorrect. So far, all of my messages are trash. That's fine, man. Just type it a little slower, maybe I'll understand. I'm just not quite understanding what you're trying to say right now. But how are you all doing today? Gotta go. See you later, bud. See ya, Cesar. Talk to you tomorrow. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Anyways, yes. Nobody, I don't think you should have done that, but either way, I don't think anybody understands what you're talking about. Alrighty. So, anything you guys want to discuss before the stream starts? 2 minutes? I'm sorry I missed your stream, Dino Man. I really wanted to be there, and we all get the time to go back and rewatch it, but like I said, my dog was giving birth, so that was not going to happen. We were going to have Spino Dude come onto this stream today. Unfortunately, we're not, because he is busy, and also I'm down here. He was going to help out with something, but he, unfortunately, is busy. You missed my stream? Stream? I'm sorry, I didn't see that you had a stream. Stream. Gotcha. We didn't really have an official discussion about the last teaser either, so we can talk about both of those. It is 4:59 my time, almost 5. As soon as it turns 5, we're going to start with the announcements, or the progress report. Fortunately, we only have 2 people watching right now. Hopefully that will change pretty soon. Sup, King Egypticus. Nice to see that you're here. I know you always do amazing questions, so I'm really looking forward to you towards the end of the stream. Almost 5, and then we are going to start getting this on a roll. 4 people. Nice, nice. Thank you for joining. Doggy is Where are you at? The dogs are behind me, like 20 feet that way. Give or take, like a few less feet. Probably around 16 feet. They're back there. Alright, so it is 5 now. So guys, I do want to say what we're going to be doing this stream. This is the Mesozoic Isle stream as usual. This is our 5th one, our 5th reoccurring Mesozoic Isle stream. We're going to start off this stream with a quick progress report on what it's done with Mesozoic Isle. And we're going to move into a discussion section where we're going to discuss the previous teaser, which was our first ever footage teaser, and we're going to discuss the new teasers that came out today. There were images, and then we are going to roll into a announcement section where I have some announcements I want to make, and then finally our Q&A section at the end of the video where we are all going to talk about or I'm going to answer questions that you guys have. That's pretty much that. There's so much to talk about Mesozoic Isle. I do not know. What? There is so much about Mesozoic Isle I would not know. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Anyways, let's move into this. So first off, progress report on Mesozoic Isle. I have gotten a little bit more of the background scripting done, not really the upfront script. I am going to be working on that more directly today, actually, but I've been working on like stuff for the future of Mesozoic Isle, doing the layout of stuff, and I've been talking to some of my other co-creators, I guess, of Mesozoic Isle, talking about certain things, certain people that are helping me out with certain aspects of Mesozoic Isle. Been talking to them about certain things and getting certain projects done that I need done for Mesozoic Isle. Other than that, it's not too much that has been completed. Not too much to note on. Hopefully that's going to change with this next week. This is going to be really heavily focused on trying to get the script done because we have until the beginning of May. At the beginning of May, we're going to start rolling into actual filming. It's probably going to, pre-production will probably extend into May a little bit just because certain things are kind of setting me back with like certain figures not being available yet that I need, certain projects I need to get done beforehand, so that might set me a little bit into May for the pre-production. Hello Camosaurus, welcome to the stream. So that is pretty much my progress report on Mesozoic Isle. Some stuff has been getting done, mostly for the future of Mesozoic Isle, and I've been getting some back work done. I got a big D. Jenkins order I ordered for Mesozoic Isle. We'll do an unboxing on that on the channel for Mesozoic Isle. I got some projects for some of my helpers for Mesozoic Isle, or co-creators, I guess you could call them. Not really, I mean, might be a little bit too high of a mark, but either way. Don't know what just happened, but pretty sure Camo had a good reason for deleting that. Anyways, so now we're going to move on to the discussion section of our teaser that we had gotten on last Saturday, and then the teasers we gotten this Saturday. So first off, let's talk about the footage. Can you not spy on me? I don't want any distractions. Okay. Last Saturday we got our first look at footage of Mesozoic Isle, or test footage, I guess. It was kind of like just a teaser. I actually was out location searching with my grandparents up in the Rocky Mountains looking for some spots to film Mesozoic Isle, and I brought along Blue, the Giganotosaurus, to shoot a teaser in a location that looked similar to what I was looking for Mesozoic Isle, and then it turned out to be more of like a test footage to show you kind of what we're going to be doing with Mesozoic Isle. And so that's kind of how it ended up. I was kind of disappointed originally before it came out because I really wanted to release what I released this Saturday, which was more like depth. There was more to it. But it seemed like everybody liked that teaser more, so I'm happy about that. I'm glad people like what they saw. And I got a really heartwarming message and comment from Bioniclesaurus, which just melted my heart. The message he said, you guys can go ahead and read what he said on there. It was a wonderful message that he put on there that really gave me a lot of confidence and put a lot of pressure on me because I am trying to make a very big project out of this. What did I do back? Kiki, is your favorite figure still to collect the Torvo? My favorite figure in my collection is the Vitae Giganotosaurus. It has been since I got it. But, like, in terms of, like, traditional collecting stuff, the Collectatorvo was my favorite for a long time. I think my current favorite would probably be the Safari 2017 Feathered Rex. That's just an absolutely masterpiece of a figure. It's got a couple issues, but it's still absolutely beautiful. So that'd be answer your question there. What did you guys think of the footage that I had released for Mesozoic Isle? I know this was last Saturday, but what did you guys think of it? I know some of you guys commented, but what were your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on that? Hey VRB, good? You thought it was good, Fiasco Spino? Well, thank you. Dinoman is your real name, Dinoman? I just saw that. That Giga looks big. Oh, thank you. So you're saying like I did proper scaling? Yeah, it's gonna be hard to maintain that completely. Like, fortunately, I was in a really good position to make it look big. Obviously, there's gonna be some shots where I have to have some land and stuff when the trees are gonna look pretty big. That's a given, though. Either way, I'm still planning on maintaining. That's like the minimum quality I'm looking for with Mesozoic Isle is what you get in that teaser. I really did just throw that together last minute. I threw it together on last Saturday. In like 30 minutes, and I filmed that in a matter of seconds. We were driving up the road, we just pulled off just to look at the view, and I just whipped out my camera, tripod, and figure, and just filmed it. So that was all on the fly, and so I hope the quality will be even better when the series actually releases. Bigger than normal, so you did a good job. Thank you. Very well done puppeting. It really captured the locomotion of the animal. Thank you. That's my intent, is I really want to make these things seem as alive as I can, given that I am working with figures. And I'm surprised to hear that the Isle Giga noises. Yes, I love the Isle Giga noises. I'm going to be probably using a lot of the noises from the Isle. I'm going to be using noises from a lot of places. I'm really avoiding Jurassic Park, though, because I just don't really like those noises overall, and they're stereotypical and very overused. But I definitely am going to be using quite a bit of the Isle noises and some other stuff that I'm going to be finding. I'm even making like my own little custom noises, like mixing noises of certain things. Like I even altered one of the Giga growls from the Isle. If you guys could hear it barely towards the end as it's like walking off, it kind of just like gurgles as it's walking off. Unfortunately, I was in a good position. Unfortunately, did I say that? Never heard that before. I didn't realize I said that. I was planning on using the Isle noises too. Yeah, the Isle is, what is this? You should at least use the JP noises for the Utahraptor in Season 2. That is the one I'm avoiding the most, if I'm being completely honest. I desperately do not want to use any Velociraptor noises for the Raptors. That's the most overused one, in my opinion. And I really want to, I have a couple in mind. I'm using some of the, I've actually kind of customized my own that already. I have some of the Utah stuff for Season 2. I have some Utahraptor characters that are making appearances in Season 1, so you will get to see some of that. Did you see the teaser for my series? I think I did. I might have. I don't remember, so maybe I didn't. I'll have to check that out after all this is done. What name do you have in mind for the Safari Tyrannus in Season 2? I don't know if I want to reveal it, but currently it's Yui is the name, Y-U-I, and it's a female. Yui, the Tyrannus, named after a certain character in Evangelion, which is one of my favorite shows. It's an anime. I'm not a big anime fan, but I love that show. It's very well done. It's more of like a kaiju flick anyways. But, yeah, Yui. That's the current name. I'm pretty set on that one. Her story I'm really excited for in Season 2. I have, like I said, I'm using tons of classic themes and music from all these. I think one thing I know for a fact you guys should not be disappointed on is the soundtrack for Mesozoic Isle. I have that down. Characters even have their own theme songs, which I hope you guys will be pretty happy about. Yui already has her own set themes that I'm going to be using for her. I don't know if you guys can hear the puppies in the background, but they are yelping. So yeah, that's that. Any thoughts on what just came out today? The new teasers for today. We got vocabulary, some terms that are going to be very commonly used inside of Mesozoic Isle. This is going to be more of a show type format than any of the other series that you've seen on DinoTube so far. I can say that with confidence because there's a lot I'm putting into it that I haven't seen anybody else do. There's the credits, obviously, some people have done that. There's the intro, like an actual official intro, kind of like Billy the Dimension Hopper, but it's like full blown. We have a catch-up phase at the beginning that's like last time on Mesozoic Isle. We have an ending thing that's like next time on Mesozoic Isle. We have a narrator, like an actual narrator that isn't just me. That is a good point. We have, what else do we have? I just completely lost my thought. It's nice to see some lore based teasers. Yes, thank you. Oh, and then there's also little sections that'll pop up, like kind of in real shows, like how you'll have little things that'll pop up in, like, say, like crocodile, the saltwater crocodile can get 23 feet long and stuff like that. It's like little pop-ups will come up and like will tell you these definitions, the exact things you're reading here, maybe worded a little differently. Maybe I decided to word things a little differently, but these are important terms that will be emphasized inside of the series. They only are happen once. When it's first brought up, you're taught what the term is, and hopefully I will do it in a fashion that it is memorable and is important and doesn't break the immersion or the tension of anything inside the series. That is a part I'm really working on writing very well. My iPad just blacked out on me, so 1 second, I gotta open up this so I can see what the chat is. Hello, Adlai. Sorry, that's my brother that I'm borrowing his room. What do we have here? Interesting to say the least. So all the species on the island aren't technically completely dinosaurs. They are, well, 1 second, I'll get back to that. Forcibly trying not to steal these ideas. I know. I had some trouble with that. I watched Jurassic 212 Productions series. Like, he shared the first episode with me, and it was pretty good, and there was some things he did in it that I kind of wanted to steal. But I told him that, but I'm not gonna. Specifically because his show is the most plausible. You do that, Fiasco. Try your best. Yeah, so, there's a lot that you can digest from this, a lot that you can speculate from. So let's just kind of go one by one. First off, we got mesospecies, which, a mesospecies, if I can remember off the top of my head exactly how I worded it, I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but I know it's a non-true species that's, basically, because in the real world, two species are diverged by the fact, there's many different things that go into diverging two different species, but one of the things is that they cannot interbreed and make fertile young, because that's what separates them from different genus or different species entirely. Inside Mesozoic Isle is very different. They do not separate that boundary. There's not that boundary there. They can breed with other species on the island and create fertile young. And by species, yet again, I will say this is species, not genus. A Tyrannosaurus is the genus. Species is the underlying thing. So they're all T-Rexes, but they're technically different genetics. Like I've said before, I'll do a little recap. Mesozoic Isle is about an island which has been synthetically altered in certain ways and also has genetically manufactured dinosaurs. They have been created by a supercomputer that was invented in the very late 1980s, and this is a little sneak peek for you guys, but they have been genetically engineered based on certain environmental factors. There's a lot of different things that go into the genetic creation, but that's not too much of that is going to be revealed. It's going to be kind of more hinted at because I do want to sell the illusion of this being a very top secret operation. A lot of governments are behind Mesozoic Isle and are trying to benefit from the studies that they can do with these past life forms. So these companies have their the countries connected to them, then there's militaries, and so it's very top secret. The reason that Mesozoic Isle is a 250-mile top to bottom long island and has not been seen on the map is simply because it is censored. There are certain black spots on the map that you can't see with cameras and stuff like that, and these governments are very serious. No poachers or anything are ever going to get anywhere close because there's literal militaries blocking this because it's very top secret stuff. That's why we have things like hybrids and mutant dinosaurs to kind of give you an example of what are going on behind the scenes. They all kind of hint at certain things. They have purposes to what they're trying to accomplish and learn with these creatures. Obviously, these people are not going to spend this much money on making an island, you know, securing it, and making these creatures that are extremely expensive, and just not have any benefit for themselves from it. So that's why they're doing that. They have some kind of benefit for themselves. Now, I do want to kind of go back to King Egyptus's question. Interesting to say at the least that so the species on land are technically not complete dinosaurs. They're technically not dinosaurs because they were made completely differently, so they're kind of, but they're like pseudo dinosaurs. They're still dinosaurs, and they're all very similarly, they're all kind of connected in a way because they all have the similar genetic code. They're all built from the same roots. It's just that you don't have like the actual genetic history like you do in real animals, so that they don't actually have a family tree, if you get what I mean. They're not all branching off from each other because of that. Hello, hey. If I give you 20 bucks, a dead rat, and Mark Zuckerberg, can I take those ideas? No, unfortunately, I would not take that deal. I'm sorry. What with dinosaurs being brought back to life and integrated onto an island, not an island of dinosaurs, somehow surviving for over 65 million years ago. What with dinosaurs being...
He doesn't act surprised like, well, we're on a date. He just says whenever he wants.
Oh, you mean like what's with that? I'm not exactly sure how you're trying to word that. Can you elaborate on that comment, King Egypticus, so I can kind of comment or rebuttal that? More of these, yes. Very interesting. Thank you, Camo. What's up, noobs? Camosaurus, did you see the collector's Tyrannosaurus? Did you put the TV spot out? I did not. I'm gonna have to try to figure something out because I'm down here. I did want to give a huge shout out to Jurassic 212 Productions, though. He's making a very interesting series. I have watched the first episode. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be releasing a TV spot on his channel, so definitely go check him out. He's inside the comment section. Go check out his channel. Definitely go check that out. He and I will talk after the stream about something, because I don't know how I'd show the thing on here. Do you like fascinating? What type of environment are you using to record? I'm using the Rocky Mountains. That's the area I'm recording in. Great. I have to restart my script. It was the same thing like you, Kiki. Well, I have to delete all my hard work. That's not true. If you had a similar idea and it was created separately, technically you still have the copyrights to it because there's the law of like, I forget what it actually is called, but it's like convergent creation. Like if you're doing it separately without any knowledge of each other, technically you can keep it going. There's another series out there called The Mesozoic Isle. Clearly not up to the standards that I'm doing my series. I'm just kind of ignoring them because they clearly didn't know about my series. They didn't do their research to see if anybody else was using the name first. And yeah, maybe I'll say something to them if I start to get concerned that people are going to get worried that that's my thing, because their quality is significantly lower than what I'm shooting for with Mesozoic Isle. If it starts to diminish the reputation of my series, then maybe I'll ask them to do something about it, but I'm not gonna be rude or pull any copyright stuff on them. Great, I have to restart my, that's the same thing. No, that's how yours is the most plausible of all the DI style series, because an island of dinosaurs would not possibly survive for 65. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly, I'm a very logical person in that fact. I don't like doing stuff like that. I like making exaggerated, fantastical things and then grounding them. That's one of the fun things I love about creating things like this, is like trying to get them actually grounded and making them make sense is really fun in my opinion. Yeah, I have a chance. Delinquent is here. Yes. Okay. As I was saying, so mesospecies, you will find out next week. I'm going to actually list off mesospecies and repair species. That's what our next week reveal is going to be, so I'll just kind of hype that up for you guys right now. That's what you guys are going to be getting next week, is the mesospecies actual terms and names, not all of them. I have a bunch of them written out. I've actually shared them all with Spino Dude because he's shared me all of the Primordial Champions dinosaurs roster lists, so I shared that with him. Also, he's kind of a partner of mine, so I shared that with him. He likes them. A lot of them you guys will not learn until later seasons because they're secret information for plots and stuff later, and also just as the island evolves and new species are added to the island, that's how that works. But a good amount, maybe 5 or 6 different meso species will be revealed next week, which will be pretty fun for you guys to digest and kind of split up. But repair species is another very interesting one. Repair species are a species, it didn't really say inside that teaser in the definition, but they are all lab produced. None of them are natural. Mesospecies can be naturally created on the island. Repair species cannot. They are all lab created and put onto the island via the overflow method, which is the next vocabulary thing that you will see or that we'll talk about. They're all flooded onto the island in order to establish new population of species which are meant to breed with the already established species on the island in order to reinvigorate their genes, make them more stable, update them if they're incorrect, accuracy-wise. I have a little sneak peek. There's called a dino. There's a dino called Terror and Killer, and you will have to guess. Oh, cool. And yet my series will have the same background in DI as it will have survived for millions of years somehow. But that's the beauty of it, right? Yep, it is. It's massive. Got to go. Okay, see you, Dino Man. Thanks for tuning in. So finally, the overflow method, we did do. That was the next one. That is a method that is used by the creators of Mesozoic Isle, the researchers and whatnot. They make these new repair species, or the original species that were on the island, and then they flood them into the environment and make a new population of animals. I'm out filming the Isle of Sela, so did you show them you know what? I have not shown them because I am stuck in my basement because my dog's right over there, and she had puppies, and I want to stay right here just in case anything happens. I want to be able to go over there and look. But I'm currently can't do anything. Yeah, but we'll talk about it later. I did tell them to go over and check out your channel and your series, though. Damn, man. You're gonna hate me after I say this, but the Uterranus in my series will be antagonistic. Oh, that's cool. That's a new, unique role. I like that. Oof. Hello. Hey, Kikizilla. How was your day? Amazing. Thank you for asking. How about you, Basketball Pro?
Yeah? Another baby's coming out.
Another baby's coming out? Okay. So I'll probably run over there to check that out here in 1 second. Okay. Let me just go ahead and save my spot. 1 second. I will be right back. Is there any way to mute myself? She might be having another one. Yeah, 1 second. maybe I'll get to go show you guys when she's giving birth for 1 second. You got a lot of questions here. Okay. Here's what I wanted to read. In the original universe I was a part of, Jake Nightmares made, the dinosaurs were created by humans who had discovered alien life and used technology they found. They remade them. Oh, that's cool. I guess we're talking about the rip-off Mesozoic. So how is everyone happy otherwise? And tell us when it's hard to okay. Alrighty. Anyways, I was saying something about the overflow method, I think. Not sure. Yeah, I think I was saying, best explainer, I just want to make sure that, okay. Anyways, Mesozoic Isles, overflow method, I think I already said everything like that. Forget what I said. I hear puppies, yeah, they're out there squealing. Maybe I'll show you guys them here in a couple seconds. Then finally, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the migrational displacement. That's just a term for when certain individuals get lost or move out of the designated zones, because there are zones on Mesozoic Isle that are assigned to certain species that are supposed to stay there. Genuses are supposed to fill certain niches, and that's how they kind of manage the island. They kind of influence the dinosaurs to stay in that area, but with things like temperature, natural barriers, and stuff like that. Sometimes they just find their own way out, especially towards the beginning. Since the island is so young, a lot of them are kind of displaced. That's a very common term that will be used inside of Mesozoic Isle Season 1. Let me just go check something real quick, and then maybe I'll bring you guys over there to go look. Yeah, so we do think that there's a baby coming really soon. But, yeah. Like my series, most carnosaurs in mountainous regions, most of them. Oh, cool, cool. That's very similar to mine. Similar.
She picked one of them up out of the box and brought it over there. The orange one.
Oh, that's cute.
She grabbed it by the...
Didn't mean to do that. I wanted to switch the camera.
I just wanted to...
There's the peppers.
Is that okay? Is that okay? It's okay. It's okay. She'll be fine. I think she's gonna...
I think she's moving.
Maybe we get out, maybe.
Yep.
Get out. It's okay. Just step out. Oh! What the fuck? Step out. Oh!
Coco!
Okay. Guys, you guys...
She's freaking out. 1 second. Coco's like kicking her babies by accident. Where's this? Alright. Don't think she's doing it yet. 1 second. There we go. I think it's good now. There's the puppies that we're talking about. Make sure you add them. Okay. The series' backstory was that people discover an island, but they got killed and all the dinosaurs got captured, and they're the main... Oh, that's very interesting. Very different. Like in my series, the carnosaurs are most of them. Woof, woof. Your puppies. Okay. Now, let's move into my announcements section. I did want to make a bit of an announcement. So right now, I do have 2 main people working with me. I know Mandy is the narrator. You guys already know that. I have Star Wars Jabaro, who is my script editor. He is going to be reading my script and checking up on certain things. Spino Dude is one of my official repainters. He's been repainting a lot of figures for me. He already repainted 2 of them that I already got. He is repainting some more figures for me that I'm going to be using in Season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, so we'll get to see those very soon, hopefully. I'm pretty sure he's releasing photos on Instagram, on his Instagram, so you guys can kind of get sneak peeks of those there. And then we also have Godzilla Fan 40, Caesar. I don't know why I was having so much trouble remembering who I was trying to say next. He is making some custom stuff for me. He already made a couple corpses for me, as you guys know. I've sent him a couple things over, and he is going to be sending me a couple more figures that I'm going to be using for Mesozoic Isle in terms of paint work and inside some corpses and stuff to be used. Then finally we have the one and only Kayakasaurus, who is doing a huge project. You guys already know kind of what this is. I just haven't confirmed it, so you guys could put the dots together, but you guys already know what this thing is that he's working on. But it's a very important project for Mesozoic Isle in total. It's a very special one. It'll make something very unique. You guys know he's a very crafty person. And so this is a very top secret project, which he does plan on releasing a video about, but only after this thing is revealed, after this is kind of announced, he will post the videos. But right now he is working on something for me, and it's going to be very exciting. I just sent out the packages to Caesar and Kayakasaurus yesterday, but some very awesome stuff coming from them very soon, which I am super excited about. Why do people treat humans differently from animals? Random thought. I don't know. My series backstory, the island discovers part 2 of the backstory. Oh, cool. That's very unique. I like it when you put new twists on the whole DI formula. I'm just mapping the ocean floor in secret for over 50 years. Cool. Yes. Okay, so, now that we kind of got through that stuff, let's move into our final section. We only have, like, a little bit left that'll actually be on the stream. But our Q&A section. So any questions you guys have about Mesozoic Isle, I'm willing to answer. I still have some of the things that I was willing to reveal if people asked the proper questions from last time. I still have a couple of those that weren't actually asked that I can still reveal. And I have some new things I'm probably willing to reveal at this point. 6 people in the stream, 6 likes. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We did have a little bit of a fall off of people after I took that little break. However, nonetheless, let's move into this Q&A section and see what you guys have to ask, and I will answer those questions for you guys. I know King Egypticus is an amazing question asker. I know that Jurassic 212 Productions said he had a couple questions, and I know some other people have some as well. Is there a Spinosaurus character? In Season 1, yes, there is a Spinosaurus character. There's the Spinosauruses, or Spinosaurus, the genus. There will be more characters involving them and related in Season 2. But Season 1, there is a Spinosaurus character that you will get to see. Oh.
Hi.
Okay. I think I might add an area of the island where there are monsoon rains. Oh, cool. Will there be a main villain? Not really a main villain, more or less a main threat. Like, there's a certain thing that everybody kind of wants to avoid. Kate is not, there is a certain character that people will, there's a couple characters that people kind of point their blame to that's kind of intentional, that people will kind of like feel anger towards their antagonists. They antagonize and they push forward the plot of the story. They're the biggest players. And those people most people will shift their blame towards. There's a couple different characters / groups. There's one group that people kind of do that, and then there's Kate is an antagonist. People will put blame on Kate. However, I do think there's one other character that is a big player, and people will put a lot more blame on than Kate. I do believe that. But Kate is definitely going to be overshadowed. I do believe so. I do believe that there's one other character people will put some blame on as well. There, the one group and the 2 characters I'm talking about, Kate being one of them, are all inside the official Mesozoic Isle teaser poster. One other one I don't think I've revealed yet. That one's the main one, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't think I've revealed it. Yeah, either way, there's a couple characters I haven't revealed that are pretty big players and antagonists. Quite a few. And there's actually a lot of antagonists in that poster that just don't play as big of roles as certain people like Kate and the bandits. Okay, I don't know. Are there any epic battles planned? There are definitely some epic battles planned. Very, very much so. I have told everybody, I have announced this before, that I'm not planning on having big battles like kind of like the prehistoric islands end, where it was a big bunch of animals fighting one. I think it's kind of cheesy and unrealistic, not very convincing. But I do have big battles planned that are like big story-wise and that people will be really engaged in. That is a really funny comment, King Egypticus, and that's probably something more along the lines you'll see in Mesozoic Isle. I do depict this as more of a serious a story where you really do see how animals can actually kill other animals very quickly, and that will definitely be shown off in quite a spectacular fashion inside of Season 1 for sure, and also in other battles I have planned inside of Season 2 and 3. But like I said, there's not really going to be any big battles like with a lot of characters. There is probably the biggest battle that I can think of that I have already planned, that's been planned for like 3 years, is one that isn't in Season 1. I don't want to reveal exactly when it's going to happen, but it's a big one. You guys will definitely know when it's going to happen. You guys know who it'll happen. You guys will get hints at it. But definitely the biggest battle. That's the one. Will there be a battle between a Carcharodontosaurus versus Spino? That is a great question. I can confirm that there will be a battle between a Carcharodontosaurus and a Spinosaurus. Not going to confirm what season, though. Mesozoic Isle finale. Dinosaur bites. That's the one you already said. Will characters make returns? Yes. A lot of characters, I am not afraid to make characters completely disappear. If a character is used and has used up their story purpose, has used up their stay, or I don't have anywhere else to go with them, they will not show up again, even if they're a named character. A lot of these characters do have names, and maybe I'll mention them, maybe I don't. Maybe some of them are just kind of hidden for lore. But that's because there are scientists linked between animals. Some scientists dedicate a lot of their life to following a certain animal for a certain study, and so they do get to name them, and the creators of certain animals get to name the animals, so that they do have names. But there are probably Season 1 has the most significant amount of characters that will appear and play somewhat major roles, or at least roles you would consider moving on into the next film, or the next season. They do not. Like, I'd say around 50% of the characters that you would think would return are not going to. And a lot of new characters are going to show up in Season 2, a lot of recurring ones, certain ones that I want to carry roles through, and a lot of characters I already had plans for returning in Season 2 and 3 will not. I'm just like, the story doesn't need to be there. I'd rather focus on these bigger, better, more fun storylines for them. Season 1 will by far be the most cluttered with characters, and that's intentional. It will seem like there's way too many characters. Whoa, there's way too much going on. There's way too many animals here. That is the point. Okay, so once you get into the prologue episode and the introductory first episode and second episode, you'll start understanding why that's the point a lot more. I can always tell you and explain to you, but it's not going to drive home as much as those first two or those first 3 exposures to Mesozoic Isle. They will really, really drive home why this is going to be so chaotic, but it's intentional, and that's because the storyline for Season 1 is very centered around how chaotic this is. Season 2 and 3 are not going to be as chaotic with characters, hopefully. That's the plan. They're going to be more focused on different parts of the island, exploring separate parts and separate storylines. Spoiler for Mesozoic Isle, Camosaurus versus Binoculsaurus fight and get captured and then die. What about Triceratops herd versus Tyrannosaurus pack? That's a very good question. I can confirm you will see something along the lines of that. Yet again, not going to confirm which season. Mesozoic Season 2 finale, Utahraptor pack kills sauropod, roll credits. I don't really have anything planned around that, but something very similar. Not necessarily for season finale, though. My season finales are all set in stone, pretty much. I pretty much are. Season 2's is the loosest that I've been most willing to change, and I've been kind of altering a bit. But other than that, the ending of season 1, that's I mean, I may tweak a little bit since I'm rewriting the script, but it's mostly gonna be the same. Actually, I might do an overhaul on one half of it, but season 3, I know how that's ending. That's the end of the Mesozoic Isle series. Is season 3. I'm planning the 3 seasons, and then we're moving on to different things in the Prehistoric Archipelago franchise/universe. That's what my franchise/universe is called, Prehistoric Archipelago. Mesozoic Isle is just the island that we follow in these first 3 seasons. I just got here, and what are we talking about? We're doing a Q&A for Mesozoic Isle right now. We had a lot of other discussion towards the beginning of the video. I know it's a long video, but I'd highly recommend tuning in for the rest of that. There's a lot of stuff I talk about, so once this video is over, definitely go back and check out that stuff. Mesozoic Isle ending. Dinosaurs are happy. Roll credits. Sure, I'll confirm that, sure. How about an Albertosaurus versus a type of Spinosaurid? Ooh, that's an interesting one. That is a very interesting one. Maybe you'll get to see that. I'm not sure yet, but maybe you will. Maybe. So any other questions? I know King Egypticus has good questions. I know Jurassic 212 Productions had some questions he wanted to ask. I don't know if he's still in here, though. I remember watching a documentary and a wild dog and a small hyena pack are eating together. So will something similar happen? Oh, yes, absolutely. I try to echo modern animal behaviors and mannerisms and different events you can see in real life, and I try to echo that into Mesozoic Isle. I try to really sell that these are real animals. Absolutely, you definitely see something like that. T-Rex will kick some dino butt. Yes. How about Allosaurus versus T-Rex? That's a pretty cool fight. I know that Fred the Dinosaur Man did his own version of that, and maybe I'd be willing to go ahead and do my own version of that, just to put in my 2 cents. I have a very strong opinion about that, so maybe I'll put in my 2 cents using that. Mesozoic Isle ending. Things happen. Roll credits. Now that is 100% accurate right there. That is 100% accurate. Indominus Rex 01. I will spoil that. That is a 100% accurate ending right there. T-Rex will kick some dino. Second season of misery. Yeah, so any other questions for you guys? Any other questions you guys have? 8 people, 6 likes still. Awesome. If you guys haven't liked the stream already, definitely make sure you do. Help show your support. Really appreciate it. Look at Nigel versus 2 Allosaurus and DI4 on Bionicle. Yeah, I know what goes on there. Carnotaurus versus Pachycephalosaurus. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That one is actually set on in my sister's hands, because I will confirm something right now. Actually, season 2, there's a couple plot lines that I have taken out because, like I said, I just didn't want to continue them, and I'm leaving some gaps. And one thing I wanted to do ever since like the beginning is do a Carnotaurus storyline in season 2. So like I said, in season 1, it's one area, Hidden Valley, just a small territory on Mesozoic Isle that is followed, and this whole event takes place. Season 2, you go various different places, very different biomes and places. I'm actually going to be traveling to go to certain film sites for season 2. Very different scenery for the different locations on the island, but very different storylines and whatnot. And I always wanted to do a Carnotaurus storyline in season 2, and I'm going to still do that. And since Mandy is being so kind to be a part of everything in Mesozoic Isle, I decided to give her the rights, and it still currently is. We haven't really done too much yet. We're planning to do it soon. She is going to be in charge of the whole storyline for the Carnotaurus inside of season 2. So it's going to be mostly isolated. Most of the storylines are kind of isolated, but there will be certain crossover events and stuff like that, which she and I can talk about. But that is all up into Mandy's hands. She will be writing the Carnotaurus' storyline. Other than that, I do not have any Carnotaurus planned for the series. Other than that, the original plan that I had was I was going to do like a big Carnotaurus family and do like a storyline with that. But I ended up changing that. Actually, there was a plan I had before that where they were like, it was kind of like a Big Owl, like, salt flat scene where they like chase some sauropods down on the salt flats. That has been changed because I don't like the idea of that, and it just doesn't echo Carnotaurus correctly. Definitely. But you will definitely see Carnotauruses inside of season 2. They are just going to be completely up to Mandy's hands. I am giving her a specific set amount of Carnotauruses that she can use, and she can do whatever she wants with them. How about Giga versus Carcharodontosaurus? That I can confirm you will get in some respect. I can confirm that. Yeah, I'll say that much. Let's just say a major plotline of season 2 of my series will certainly mirror Jane's story in Dinosaur Island season 4. Okay, gotcha. Season 3 finale plot twist: a dragon lands on the island in the post credits. Can you just thank you. What do you think about the Mattel Jurassic World figures? I think they're really good. They're better than any other Jurassic figures I've ever seen. Even the older ones. I was never a fan of the older ones, I'll say that openly. But I think they're really cool, and I was really impressed by all the ball joints and everything. They look like they're really good quality for the stuff you get. Really well done. So I think it's really cool. I'm not a huge Jurassic World or park toy fan, so I'm not really going to be picking up anything. Maybe I'll get the Indoraptor because I really love the Indominus, and the Indoraptor is a miniature version of it. But yeah. Anyways, we are 4 minutes away from an hour, so I'm going to be ending this at an hour. So you guys have any last questions you guys want to ask, definitely shoot them now. If you guys aren't already, join our Discord. I have changed it from Kikizilla 101 Official. It's now a collaborative Discord. It has Spino Dude, Dino Man, myself, and some other people that are going to be all inside that. I just haven't connected a couple of them yet. They're just kind of talking to me about it. We are going to have that as a big collaborative Discord. Go in there. We have a Mesozoic Isle discussion thing. You can ask questions all the time in there, whenever I'm on, obviously. And we have a lot of fun discussions and talks. It's just a really fun way to integrate and talk with the community. It's called Dino Nation right now. We don't know if that's going to be the thing. It's just our working title right now. And we have a working logo for it and everything. It's going to be pretty cool. So definitely go join that. If you guys want to find that, go into the links in pretty much any of my videos on the channel. Except this one because I'm live streaming on the phone, so I couldn't put it in there. It's got the Kikizilla 101 official Discord. That's what it says on there. Just click on that. You can go to it. It's also on the banner on my channel page and in the About section on my channel page, as well as all the other Mesozoic Isle social media that you can follow, which my sister runs because she's my social media manager. I took a poop that it looks like... Oh, yeah. I feel a Diego Raw. And if I get any tomorrow, I'll unbox them for... Oh, cool. If I take Giga, Safari, Gags, and the Carnegie Giga is a family. Are you saying... for my series, you're speculating that the Vitae, the Safari, and the Carnegie Giga will be a family in season 1? Is that what you're trying to speculate, Mia Phone? I just did. I'm so annoyed that they shows an entire Indoraptor. Look at Quiet Place. They barely showed anything of the creatures in the trailers, but third trailer you see all the Indoraptor. I like that though. I don't feel like they should be hiding the whole thing, especially the toy lines have already given it away and everything, so I don't really mind. I mean Safari Giga, yeah. So you do mean that you think they're all going to be a family. That's a very interesting theory. I can confirm that you will see a lot of those characters on the same screen at some time, so take that as you will. Will there be a Carcharodontosaurus versus a family of Albertosaurs? That's a very odd one. Maybe. Season 2 and 3 have some things that have potential, but we'll see. The internet spoils everything these days. Yeah. Will Tyrannus be lonely? Ooh, that's a very interesting question. You know, I can say yes. I'll say yes. That is a big hint towards what her storyline is inside season 2. Tyrannus is lonely. Will the Giga Zebra be in season 1? That's a very good question. No. Unfortunately, the Giga Zebra, or the Safari 2017 Giganotosaurus, is not in season 1. But you will see it in season 2. Pretty sure. Fairly confident. Yeah, you'll see it in season 2. Finally, I'm here finally. Oh yes, right on, dude. You're finally in. Yes, you are. We have, we hit an hour. I did start the stream a little early. So I guess we'll do 9 more minutes until we hit the next hour mark. So I guess we will do that. So any more questions, guys? I would definitely recommend rewatching this stream, right on, dude, because there's a lot of very interesting stuff that goes on. There will be a unicorn kill a dinosaur. Sure. Yeah, and the Mesozoic Island Acid episode in 2076, yeah. Would be modern animals. That's a great question. You will see some modern-esque animals. I'm not sure if they'll be straight up modern, but modern-esque. You will see them. Not sure how many you'll see in season 1, but I know you will see some. And I know that most of them that you will see are going to be aquatic. So a lot of that you will see inside the aquatic film about Mesozoic seas inside 2021. Because as you know, 2018, the end of this year, season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, 2019 fall, season 2, 2020 fall, season 3, and then 2021 fall will be the film for Mesozoic seas, and then so on and so forth. Every fall we'll have something in the prehistoric archipelago universe. Currently, I have a total of 6 years planned up so far. Planned up 6 years from now, so plenty of stuff. Well, I'm going to sleep. It's almost 1 over here in England. Alrighty, well, thank you for tuning in so much. You're only missing the last 8 minutes of the stream, so you're not missing that much, but thank you so much for tuning in, Indominus. What I missed? You missed a lot of stuff. You probably will want to rewatch the stream. My series will be here. So, Address 212 Productions, you did say you had a couple questions you wanted to ask me. I'd like to hear those, because we're going to be wrapping up in 7 minutes, so I'd like to get all your leftover questions now. This is a very good stream. A lot of turnover. A lot of people turned up, so I do want to thank you guys so much for that. I want to thank you guys for 7 likes. I really, really appreciate that. This isn't the most active stream with the most questions. I think the last one was a little bit better, but definitely still some very, very good questions here. Planned 2 years, like 2 years of planned releases. Yeah, season 2 and 3 are going to be rough because I have to start filming season 2 during season 1's release in the winter. So I guess I don't. Never mind. I just realized I can film it a little bit later. Who are you collaborating with? I said a little bit earlier, you can go there and watch it, but for a short list, some of the people that I'm collaborating with are Spino Dude, who is repainting a bunch of my figures. Caesar, aka Godzilla Fan 40, is making some corpses and some repaints for me. We will be getting all that stuff relatively soon. And also the Kayakasaurus, the one and only Kayakasaurus, is doing a big project for Mesozoic Isle. You guys will definitely love once it is revealed. Well, the Gigas hunt sauropods. Yes, absolutely. That's definitely something you will see. I can definitely confirm that. Will there be a ceratopsian herd other than the Triceratops? Yes, I will have ceratopsian herds inside Mesozoic Isle that you will see. However, you're not going to see big herds of anything, of any other types of ceratopsians until Season 2 and 3. The only big herd you will see in Season 1 is the Triceratops one. There are a couple other ceratopsian species you will get to see, though, in Season 1. But not in herds. The first season of my series will probably take this summer and next summer because I don't have all the figures I need. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry. A lot of y'all are lucky you have snow, and here in Florida, I've just rained. So, yeah, that's an excellent, absolutely excellent location for filming dinosaur series because that's the majority of the setting for dinosaurs is inside those tropical areas. So you have like perfect area right out your backyard, you know. Like Washington is another fantastic place. I wish I had more tropical places because they'd sell locations of dinosaurs a lot better. Most dinosaurs did not live in places that got permafrost or even snow. Will there be famous battles like Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I can confirm that exact battle inside Season 1. You will definitely get to see one of those battles in Season 1. I love your channel. Thank you so much. Well, I do live in a small city or town, but I guess, yeah. I'm not filming here. I have to drive 2 hours to get to my nearest filming location, and then probably 3 hours for some of the other ones. And for Season 2, there are a couple places I'm going to be going to that are 5 to 6 hours away. And I have multiple different places I have to go to. That's good. I live in a massive city. I gotcha. Do you have a raptor pack of any kind? Yes, in Season 2, you will definitely love the Utah Raptor pack that we have going. You will see a raptor family in Season 1, not a raptor pack, but the Utah Raptor family. I actually had a pack of dromaeosaurs in Season 2 that I had written the script from the 3-year-old original script. I had taken those characters out, though, because I just didn't like where they went. And it's just a storyline that I wasn't too big of a fan of. And I actually ended up taking a lot of the story beats from that storyline and integrated it into the Season 1 Ceratosaurus pack that you'll see. There's a lot of their story beats come from that Dromaeosaurus story. I kind of integrated in there. They were very similar, and I just felt like the Dromaeosaurs didn't really offer too much, and they were taking up a lot of screen time from Season 2 that I wanted to designate to other characters, and they could have been more interesting. So that pack is not, that's unfortunately not going to happen. Protoceratops versus Velociraptor. Absolutely, Season 2, you will definitely see something like that. In Season 2, I have an entire Mongolian area. I'm actually going to be driving out to a desert area of Colorado called Alamosa, which is where I'm going to be filming a lot of or a big part of Season 2. That's one of the areas we will visit, is a deserty Mongolian area, where there's Tarbosaurus, Velociraptor, Therizinosaurus, all those big guys, and you will definitely get to see a lot of that interesting stuff in that part of Season 2, that part of the story. Name all of the Utah Raptors in Season 2. He wouldn't do that. Name them all. Yeah, I wouldn't name them all, but... Let's see here. I can list off how many there are. Yeah, I know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know there's at least 7 major characters that are in the pack for Season 2. I guess I'll throw some names out there. We have Viper, Ruby, Jewel. I don't want to give that one away yet. I think those are all the ones I'll tell you for now. those are some of the characters you'll see. We have 1 minute left, so let's get our last questions out before this stream ends. I'll probably run just over 1 minute just to get the last questions in here, but let's definitely ask those last questions. So I'm as offense to the young man show. Yeah, I got you. I'm making my series in a park. Yeah, there you go. Or if they laugh at you, they should be ashamed. Take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, there you go. Really, dude? What do you mean, really, dude? Oh, Jewel. Used to be a name I had in mind for Dakota Raptor, but I found a better one. There you go. Nice. Yep. Mesozoic will take place in different continents, like... Of course, not actual other continents. Yeah, like different biomes and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. There's different zones, like... in Season 2, you'll actually get to see the area where the Spinosaurus lives, so it's basically like a reconstruction of ancient Egypt. That's an area on the island you'll definitely get to see. You'll get to see Mongolia, the Mongolian desert type area. There's a place that's similar to the Grand Canyon in the Mesozoic Island. You'll get to see the Patagonia type area, I believe. You'll get to kind of see the Hidden Valley area a little bit more in Season 2. You'll get to see the northern reaches that are similar to the Himalayas. Will the car be in that section? Car? Which section? The Egyptian section? Yeah. The Egyptian area will have the Carcharodontosaurus. Yeah. This is really far behind. Okay. This is like a full minute behind, dang. Okay, anyways. Last questions, guys. Last questions, and then I'm getting off. So, just last questions. I'll put up my 2 hands so I know when I'm doing that, so I can see it after this. After I see my hands do that on this, I'm going to answer the last questions, and then we'll be done. Will there be mistaken species like Nanotyrannus? Probably. You may get to see something like that. That would be very interesting. There's Mandy, our narrator. Is Kate a sub-adult? I can confirm that she is close. She is actually a full adult, but she's very young. She just turned the corner of adulthood. But yes, she is not fully a full adult. Okay, I think I'm gonna see my hands here in a second. Thank you, Jurassic 212 Productions. Will the PNSO T-Rex grow up? I don't know, you'll have to see. But definitely, Red Tooth will be a pretty significant major character inside Season 1. Gets flooded by and Kate moves to the valley. That's a very interesting theory. The flood does, the flash flood that is hinted inside that one teaser of Mesozoic Isle, it does have something to do with Kate going there, but I'm not exactly sure if that's that. We'll have to see. There's 2 main islands split by a river. Oh, that's cool. Sections. Sorry, you're fine. Awkward silence time. Yes. Alrighty, guys, so I think there's no more questions. So I do want to thank you guys so very much for joining this Mesozoic Isle stream. We have 10 likes and 7 people. That is awesome. Thank you so much for liking this video. It really means a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying the teasers that are coming out. I hope you guys are looking forward to Mesozoic Isle as much as I am. So very soon, next Saturday, you will get all those Mesospecies teasers, and you guys will get to see what that's all about. So I just do want to thank you guys so much for joining this Mesozoic Isle stream, and 11 likes, awesome, thank you so much.